All right, we are back and ready to light it up. Let's get it.
Let's get it cracking.
Yes, sir. Infamous. Raider Rundown. Appreciate you.
My God, Cheeto Linus. Appreciate you, God. Chris, protect the shield.
Good morning, brother. How you doing?
God, we took Raider and Raider League.
Hey, what up, Lo? What is good? What is none other than our guy? What is up, Raider Nation? Salute to all of our peoples already here. Appreciate everyone pulling up with us on this beautiful Saturday morning.
Thanks,
Welcome.
12.
Yes, sir. Welcome to another edition of Good Morning Raiders. Glad to be back. We are your hosts, Jay Raider, my guy, the Raider Rundown. What's
What's
up,
going
brother?
on? What's going on,
How you
man? What's
been?
going on with you, bro, man? Hey, you was out there
Forever.
out in Bakersfield and Raiderland, man, doing your
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
man. But
Awesome.
definitely glad to have you back, and definitely glad to be back on the Saturday morning, man. What's up with all our Raider family in the building, man?
Oh yes, definitely. Real quick, salute to our guy Steam T. What it do? Big SA, big dog. What up, brother? From Santa Ana, representing. What it do, my guy from the OC, putting it down. Glad you're pulling up, my guy. Frank, what is the deal, my guy? Salute. Isaiah, what's good, brother? Salute to you, Jeffrey. Thanks for pulling up, my guy. Good morning.
Yes,
Good morning
sir.
to all of our peoples waking up bright and early to be with us
Yes, sir.
on
This
this
is me after the show, man. This is me
morning.
right after the show. Trust me.
There you go. There you go. Blunts and coffee. I got the coffee. My boy got the blunts. There you go.
There
That's
you
how we
go.
do, bro.
I'm
Whatever
not a
gets your mind
coffee
right.
drinker, but you already know how it go though.
I need the caffeine, bro. If not, I'm sleeping. I'm
See,
sleeping with the
I'm a
kids,
tea
man.
person, bro. I gotta drink tea. I can't drink coffee. I get the jitters, bro. I start getting shaky.
Okay.
You
Yeah. I
feel
feel
me?
you.
So I can't do all that. Hey man, my guy Chris, I can't
You
believe you
made
up,
it.
man. What you
You
doing, bro?
made
I thought you be sleep.
it. Man, it's like what? 1:30. So he slept in. He's good. It's like
Oh
1:30.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
good.
bro.
Got some 6 hours in. There you go. That's what's up. I woke up from near death. It looked like it, my guy. I was concerned. Bro.
Yo, bro. I'm weak.
Man, that was a fire show last night,
Oh,
though.
that was one of them.
Bro.
That was one of them ones.
Yeah, sir. But glad to be back. It felt like forever not being like being on a Saturday. It kind of felt weird for me, even though I was in Bakersfield. It just felt off, bro. So
I feel it.
glad
I
to be
feel it. I
back.
feel it.
I'm glad for us chopping it up again, getting back to business, talking some Raider football for sure. Shout out to our guy Severe. We got the clone and the A on the screen. Hey, bro, let me know where this clone's at, dog. I'm gonna put him to work, B. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have him take care of these kids, dog. Go do some chores around my house. Shit. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Where's
Let
the
me know.
clone at?
Where the
Yeah,
clone at?
my boy need a break. Off rip, I feel it.
Yeah, they told me I got. Hey, so y'all know. So, and I'll bring on our guest. He'll elaborate a little bit more. But supposedly, I had some clones out there at the Bakersfield event. My boy's gonna attest to that in just a second. So, let me know where they at, dog. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, hey, we got some fire content for you guys this morning. So appreciate everyone pulling up. So let's get into it. Without further ado, let's bring in our guest. This man is my co-host on Wednesday nights, the Raider Connection. Make sure you guys tap in 7 p.m. Pacific every damn Wednesday with myself, Chilanis, Raider Jeff, and this man, none other than LV Raider 10, and also has his own show, Raiders Coast to Coast, on Thursdays at 7 p.m. as well. My guy, LV Raider 10, Nate. What it do, brother? Salute to you. Thanks for pulling up, my guy.
Of course, appreciate you guys having me on. I'm glad we were able to work something out. You know, we're both free at the time.
Man, I've been chasing you like no other, bro.
No, I know. It's been a long time. I had to get on here, bro. I had to.
Like
Fire,
Mexico's,
man.
I've been sliding your DMs, bro.
For real.
Oh man, like that thirsty dude after that chick, bro. You know.
Hey, my man had to chase you like that. That's wild, bro. That's wild.
Yeah, that's my boy here. We do
We
a
supposed to
show
be
Wednesday.
family. Yeah, we supposed to be family.
Like,
I normally work on the
dog.
weekend, so I'm like, I'm glad I didn't today, and I was able to get up on here. So
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But let's go ahead and get into it. Hey, we got OTA started this
what
week.
up, Chris?
I know we're out of Bakersfield and whatever, but you know, aside from that, Raider business OTA started this week. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, before I forget, them clones, bro. Tell 'em
Oh
about-
yeah, bro.
yeah, so that's out there supposedly.
Actual clones.
Bro, for real. Like, it's funny because not just me, not just Severe, 805, Leo, like, bro, everybody was
Everybody
saying,
told me.
like, yo, like, you had like 2-3 guys out here that was, yo, Jay? Oh, what's up, Jay? Oh, fuck, no,
But you know what was
Bro,
the
I
funny
swear.
part, dog? They
What
didn't tell me that day. They told me like on Wednesday, like, oh, you had some clones. I'm like, what? I'm like, I didn't see nobody look like me, dog.
Yeah, we should have gathered all y'all up and took a picture, like, yo,
Dog.
what's up?
Would have been dope, bro.
Bro, that would have been funny.
That's
I'm not gonna
fucking funny, bro.
For real, bro. But like, here, take one kid, take the other kid,
lie.
handle it, bro. You know,
Bro, that would have been fucking funny.
oh man, yeah, hey, yeah, that's crazy, bro. I know, I get that a lot. Like, oh, this some dude that looked exactly like you. I'm like, Anna, get that, bro. I get that for sure. Oh man, but let's get back to business here. OTA started this week, so Raiders doing their thing. They're in the camp. I got some content to share with you guys. So, little snippet of kind of what's been going on during OTAs. So let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. There we go. All right.
Take a step to the right to get your piece.
So you got defense, you got the middle line, you got the linebackers working on some drills. And,
Man,
this is gonna-
one of the saddest position groups.
you got offense doing drills. There you go, bro. That's your boy AOC. do some drills.
Man, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. That linebacker group is sad.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a tough look for sure.
That shit is sad, bro. It's like we over here trying to, and what's crazy is you got people that be trying to rationalize the room. Like, oh man, if we just get Devin White to play like he did in 2019, and if we just get some shamans to make the rain go away this day and all, like, bro, no, that shit ain't gonna work, bro. Like, we understand that there's some deficiencies in this defense, bro. And as of right now, that linebacker group is one of the biggest ones. It's the biggest question mark.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. So we can get into that in just a bit because looks like the linebackers had a little bit of
Facts.
success earlier this week too. I think it was on day 2. They got some things going, but I think another subject along the same thing along the OTAs was
What up, OG? What up, OG?
Gino didn't have a good day, and he threw some picks. He threw about 4 picks, and I know that was a hot topic. What do you guys think? Is it a concern? Not concern? Nation, everybody on the chat, let us know. Do you think it's a concern? Do you think it's not a concern? I mean, it's still early. This is the first real OTA where everybody's getting together. They're practicing, filling each other out, getting timing down. What do you guys think? I'll start with you, Nate. Was this a concern or not a concern?
It's concerning that he threw 4 picks, but I don't think it's a concern yet. He's on a brand new team, learning a brand new offense with brand new receivers. So I'm not going to look too deep into it. Obviously, you don't want to hear that he's not doing so well because he's our starting quarterback. But I wouldn't say my concern level is super high as of right now because of all those factors. But I'm going to keep my eye on it. Looking forward into these OTAs. But it's still early, like you were saying. So I'm not going to be too overly concerned about it. I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think, Ron?
Well, I would like to say maybe I may not have saw the same information, but none of the tweets specifically said who was throwing the picks. They just said they were picks. Now I do know that if I had to estimate and guesstimate, right, it's probably ones versus ones and backups versus backups. Now, in hearing that Jeremy Chin got an interception, okay, that's one. Now, I can attribute that one to Gino, right? But the rest, we talking about Lonnie Johnson and Chris Smith or something like that. Them dudes is backups, right? Like, them ain't starters. In estimation, I would think that your backup threw them picks. Who's our backup? So at the end of the day, some of y'all out here, all right, y'all need to come to Jesus with that too, because our backup might be out here slinging and shit away too, slinging that pill all over the place, bro. He might be throwing them picks too. So again, we can't. I may not have saw what y'all didn't see, but I didn't see any of the tweets that specified who threw the interceptions.
Tashawn Reed said it was Gino.
All of them.
I think like 2 out of the 2 or 3 out of the 4. I think.
Yeah, I seen that one was Aiden O'Connell.
One was Aiden, yeah. But
Aiden.
he did specifically call out Gino. Like, I think there was one he tried to hit Brock on a flat, and then he was picked by Tommy.
Oh, that was the one that Tommy. That was the one that Tommy got him on.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, for me, like just keeping on subject, I don't think it's that big of a deal, to be honest. I mean, it's nothing, to be honest. It's OTAs. Now, if we start getting into training camp and shit closer to preseason and we still hearing that same shit, well then, yeah, there you go at that point.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And this is the time where you want to have mistakes like that. You want to get that out of the way. You're like I said, right now, they're trying to get the timing down. These guys never played together before. Gino didn't have these guys. Gino was throwing last year. He was throwing to DK Metcalf and what's his name?
JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah, and then the other guy, I forgot who got
Tyler Lockett.
Lockett, yeah, he got signed. Yeah, so he was throwing to Lockett and Metcalf last year. The guys who he's played, I don't know, more than 4 seasons, like more than 3 or 4 seasons with. So we gotta give these guys some time. They're trying to learn the system. It's a brand new system he's going into with Chip Kelly. And even though he's familiar with Pete, this is really Chip Kelly's system. New receivers, and rookies, trying to go ahead and get his thing down with Brock.
Yeah.
This is a place where you want to make those mistakes. You
Right.
want to go ahead and kind of get that out of the way. I wouldn't go ahead and literally hit the alarm bell quite yet. Like Brent said, I agree. It would be more of a concern if we were closer towards preseason during training camp. Really, that's where you might need to go ahead and kind of step back and see, hey, what's the deal here?
Mhm.
Gonna have a repeat of last year, or is it really gonna be an improvement?
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't say, I would say not a concern at the moment.
Yeah, and you were saying you have to get used to Chip Kelly, but Chip Kelly also hasn't been in the NFL for quite a while too. So I'm sure he's having some stuff to try to figure out. Like, hey, I probably can't do this. I was able to get away with this in college, but I got to be able to fix this, for
Mhm.
NFL defenses. So I'm sure he's having a little bit of an adjustment period too.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Uh, but yeah, let's kind of go ahead and move on here. But another thing too, and that Pete has mentioned is that Genty is learning pass protection, and this is a question, though he's never really had to do it at Boise, and now
Hmm.
he's having to learn it here. How effective is he really going to be during season, right? And then they're also doing this not only just to protect the quarterback, but also being able to have him on third down situations, right? So it goes a long way. But let me ask you this, Nick: how do you think is it going to be effective with him being able to pass protect? I mean, you only got, I don't know, 3 months to learn it.
Right.
What are your take on that?
Yeah, to me, pass protection is a lot like defense in basketball. It's more about effort and it's more about the want to do it. Um, I feel like him wanting to learn to pass protect and the fact that he hasn't done it a lot, he's going to be not that effective. So I mean, obviously, we'll keep a eye on it as far as this offseason goes and heading into the season. But Rundown was like the main guy saying like Genty is not a good pass protector, and he put up film, and he was right. He's not the greatest pass protector. That's not what we drafted him for. But if he wants to stay on the field for every down, like be that every down guy that we're looking for, he's gonna have to learn how to do that too. So I like that he's trying to learn it, but I think it's going to be quite a road for him to be able to be effective to the point where we can leave him in every single down, every single play offensively. So I do like that he's learning it though. That's a step in the right direction at the very least.
Right. Yeah, I don't think he has much of a choice at the moment. To be
Exactly.
honest with you, I think this is something where Chip and Pete are like, "You're gonna learn how to pass protect, bro. That
Hmm.
this is NFL. You're not gonna get away with that in college.
Right.
This is a totally different thing, especially being the number 6 pick. That is a must, in my opinion. You have to be able to pass protect. If you're not, then you're really limiting yourself as far as how many downs you're going to play, because then you really can't play third down, right? Because they
Exactly.
know that if you're on the field, it's a run play most likely, because you're not going to be able to go ahead
Right.
and block, right? So I think it's a great thing. We're going to see how fast he can go ahead and learn and really be effective. I think probably, I don't know if we're gonna see him during preseason. I doubt it. Maybe you'll see him the last game of preseason. You might see maybe a couple snaps he takes, and if they have him out there in a third down situation, maybe you'll see him block. But honestly, we'll probably find that until week 1
Right.
of this new season, to be honest, and see how really effective it's gonna be. I hope it does. I hope he learns it. I hope he becomes great at it. It's definitely a must that he needs to go ahead and learn it. Um, I don't know if Run is still there. He's titled with Baby Run. I think he's titled with Baby Run at the moment. But yeah, that's what I think as far as on the pass protection. I mean, I get honestly uh, only going for so far. It's gonna be 50-50. I think he's gonna be mid. Going into a situation where he's really try and learn something new. You can
Mhm.
hopefully the talent is really there, and he does actually become really really good at it. So for sure. But this is another topic too. Staying on the Genty train, right? Should Chip change Genty's stance? So that's another thing that kind of goes hand in hand with the pass protection.
Yeah.
They're changing his stance, and I know some people were talking about it, but I want to go ahead and kind of get your take on it. How do you feel about Chip Kelly changing Genty's stance? I think what Genty would say is that he has a certain stance, and I think it's like a trademark thing. I don't know,
Mhm.
but how do y'all feel about Chip changing Genty's stance?
Hey, bro, keep it a bean, bro. This is a dumbass topic. Because honestly, this shouldn't even be a topic to begin with. Now, yes, you can sit here and like Bosco said, you can try, and Severe said it yesterday, you try to help him with his pass protection and shit like that. But this is something I've said before the draft, so this ain't new shit that I'm saying right now. I particularly don't think he's going to be the strongest pass blocker ever. I just don't. There's just a factor to the game, bro. I think it's his size that's just going to prevent him from being the best pass blocker. Right now, he could be adequate. Right, he could be adequate. He could work himself up to being okay, but I don't see us getting bone crushing, delivering hits and all that. Like, I just don't see that from him. His game will be more predicated on running the ball, doing his thing, catching the ball mostly in the pass game and shit like that. That's what they'll use him for a little bit more. So of that mindset, I'm like, bro, I don't know. We can do all that we want, right? We can do this and that, but I just think when it all boils it down, bro, we're going to have another back that's going to be there for pass protection when it's all said and done. I just think that's what's going to happen. And if that's the case, bro, then again, I want my dude comfortable. Just have him comfortable with what he's doing. Main issue I had a problem with seeing it is because I saw how fucking awkward he looked in the new stance. Now, yes, it's May, and we have all this time to do this, and that, and I know his trainer said they prepared or they anticipated this, but regardless of it, bro, you can't. I mean, and maybe I have a different opinion, but when I saw the practice clips of the first days of OTAs and he had that stance, the new stance, he did not look comfortable in that new stance. It did not look comfortable to me. The motherfucker, it looked a little weird, awkward. Now, can it get better as it continues? Yes. But again, I'll say this: if after the first 50-yard or 60-yard run, if he changes the shit back again to what he did before, and then everybody's like, "Oh, well, you just ran a 60-yard. Who cares?" Well, then what the fuck was the point of bringing that shit up to begin with, right? Like, where's the coaching? Where's the leadership? The blah, like, you can't do that, right? Like, if this is the stance, this is the stance. There is no changing that shit back no more, bro. Like, this is it. So I would get on Chip in the coaching staff for saying if he changes that shit back again after his first successful game or whatever, and he start changing shit back, then I'm like, bro, then what was the point in even having this conversation to begin with? Last but not least, the analogy was fucking stupid. The analogy was fucking stupid. The basketball shit made no sense. Let's keep it a bean. The shit made no sense, bro. If he would have tried to do it some other way, sure. Like, if he would have said some other thing, sure. I start getting mad when people get to going on your socials or whatever and try to rationalize whatever the fuck Chip said. Dog, that shit was stupid, and you sound fucking stupid trying to rationalize it, bro. There's nothing about what Chip said that made sense, dog. Like, oh, when you get here, you get in the stance and like that. Huh? What the fuck?
Yeah.
All right, but either way, bro, I hope Genty left some shit out, like 805 be saying, but that's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah. What about you, Nate?
I mean, just for like appearances, I think the stance was fucking sick, but like I understand him wanting, like, Chip Kelly is, I feel like Chip Kelly is a more of a standard kind of like pure football kind of guy, so he's not about like people standing out. So the fact that he wants to change his stance, I feel like, is a personal preference for Chip Kelly. I feel like Genty could still possibly be effective in his stance. So, I mean, to me, it's not a big deal, but I agree with Rundown. If you're gonna just change it back. Like then there's no point of even changing it at all in the first place. And if you can still be effective with either stance, then I mean it doesn't really make a difference, to be honest.
Now he can
Yeah.
definitely get better. He can definitely get better at the pass pro. You know, I see people.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Get better and things of that nature. Yeah, I definitely can see that. But again, how much? And I see MJD. And it's baffling to me how he's not a better pass protector than he is because of his size. You would think like being shorter, he'd be able to do certain things, and because of the stockiness, right? He'd be able to do that. But then you look and it's like he's only 216.
I was gonna say how heavy was he compared to MJD?
That's different, right? Like, and that's where it gets me, bro. He only 216. Now, if he put and again, I said this before the draft. Y'all can attest. If he puts 10 more pounds on, I'm straight. Because if you're sitting at 226, that's different, right? A 226 at 5'8" is a lot to fucking deal with. That's a lot to deal with. But running the ball and pass protecting. As it sits right now. And what's crazy is his frame is so big. I don't know how he's gonna add extra, extra muscle, whatever the case, because he's already got a big ass frame. So I don't know where it's gonna come from. But the fact that frame is 216, I think is kind of what fucks it off too. He's not that overly heavy, right? Where it's like where you start getting these, I'm just saying Khalil Max and shit. Or some other off the edges and shit like that, bro. That's gonna be tough. Right now, technique is gonna help him. The technique will help him. I will say that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt for him to go ahead and learn a new stance, but to me, I'm always going by the old adage: if it ain't broke, don't fix it, type thing. That's always been my thing. I don't know. I'm assuming this is just for leverage on the pass protection, but I mean, either way, we're gonna find out whether or not this is gonna be an effective ploy of him actually changing his stance up to be kind of more upright, getting ready to go ahead and really be ready for that block. So, yeah, we'll see what happens for sure, but. Let me go ahead and take some questions and comments.
Wait, real quick, because Big Bosco says overlooking the natural strength. No, we're not. In college, his natural strength was getting his ass blasted by Hawaii linebackers. This is fact. This is not fiction. So at the end of the day, bro, like right now, this is what I'm saying. The stance sure can help. It to a degree, but there is no natural strength right now, bro. Like that's a fucking problem right now. There's for all he is, right? You would think for as big as he is, he's knocking the shit out of people and that type of shit like that, but he's not. Yeah. Regardless of whatever it is, bro, just using his raw strength ain't gonna work. Now you can say that little bit of technique might do something, but then again, it's like, bro, I just think that's just gonna be a problem. I just don't think there's enough rocks in his pockets. Now I can be proved wrong. It is what it is, and it's just pass protection. That's not saying he's ass, right? It's just pass protection. But if he can't pass protect, that means he's not a 3-down back. And if he's not a 3-down back, well, that's a different conversation.
That's a different. That's a different story. Changes the game.
Conversation.
It just kind of becomes underutilized,
Yeah, that's
because we picked this man at 6, and at numbers, if we pick this guy at 6, I expect him to be there, in third down situations, especially when we're like, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, where we need that extra inch. We can go ahead and either, set up a play action or running the ball. I feel that he needs to be there. So if he's on there in 2 down situations, like.
Now I will say this.
What are we doing?
I will say this. I will not put all of this on Chip because I think a lot of people are overlooking the fact that even Pete made a joke about it in one of hhis press conferences. They asked him, he was like, "Oh yeah, I like that stance he's in." So you know how Pete is, bro. You know what I mean? He gonna joke around about some shit and all that. So I think I don't think it was just Chip either. So if that's the case, bro, and it's everybody on the same page at the end of the day, like it is what it is, right? And as for Genty, it's a lot to say. A lot of people are like, oh, you want to be coachable, things of that nature.
Yeah.
It's just a stance at the end of the day. So like for me personally, bro, playing it, neither of it matters. I'm gonna be real with you. Neither matters. I think you can stand either way and be effective. To be honest with you, I think the stance is minimal. I think his stance had minimal to do with his pass protection more than what he did when the contact was about to come. That was me personally. The stance I think didn't have shit to do with it. Now maybe can it help? Sure, we'll see. But just in my opinion, I don't think it has shit to do with it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Steve says, I think might have to pull a 100 rand for make a business decision by doing it this way.
Well, it just depends. Like if we get into the games and he started getting his ass worked, then yeah, I mean, I'm gonna change it back. Fuck that.
Yeah, I seen somebody had commented a little bit ago, like Jahmyr Gibbs was starting to do it too a little bit, and he obviously Gibbs is one of the better backs in the league too, and he was just as effective
like that too.
Yeah, so like that too. I don't think it's that big of a difference. Like I said, I think it's kind of a Chip Kelly preference kind of thing. Like he's a more of a football Puritan kind of guy. So, I mean, obviously the stance, like you said, it's not that big of a deal, but it's an adjustment.
It is an adjustment.
That's a good question.
And if it starts affecting his game, like you said, I think this is the thing where he's gonna have to go ahead and kind of switch it back. You know,
this is a good question. This is a good question. Do you think it's his mindset, technique, or something to do with his pass pro issues? He was used to getting the ball a lot. Okay. I don't use fatigue as an excuse for running backs when it comes to pass protection. Fuck that. You got to be out there. If you're a 3-down back, fuck that. There is no excuse, right? Like when you're tired, bro, like it does not matter. If you're that guy, you have to be able to do that even when you're tired, bro. Pass protection is the minimal, right? So I don't think it's a mindset thing. And if that's the case, I'd be worried, to be honest. If I found that out, like, oh, you're tired and I don't really want to pass protect, I'd be very concerned. But I don't think that's the thing. I think it's more technique, bro. Like when he was getting into the frame of these dudes, bro, he's not using his short stature to his advantage, dog. Like he's not getting even lower and blowing these motherfuckers up, bro. He's literally trying to take them on straight up, right?
Like heads up, yep.
Yeah, he is. And then it's like, you could say that is the stance, but at the end of the day, bro, even if I'm standing straight up and I see, keep in mind, he's 5'8", so he's short as shit anyway. But if I see the dude coming, bro, it ain't nothing for me to step to the hole and get to where he's at. He's 5'8", bro. He's shorter than most motherfuckers he's going to block. So I just think he's got to learn how to use the leverage a little bit more, bro. Learn how to use the short frame. And once he does that, it's a wrap. He'd be straight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because if not, he's getting run over.
That's why he was getting ran over like that, because he's standing straight the fuck up. Even if you're 5'8", if you stand straight up and you don't use your leverage, bro, it's gonna fuck with you.
Yeah. Yep.
But exactly. He's short, compact, bro. If he start leaning in and getting into people like that, bro, like it's gonna be right. He's gonna be straight.
Yeah.
We don't need him to do, some extra type, blocking. We just need him to be effective. That's basically it. Yeah, we don't need some highlight reel blocking like, oh shit, he just like stuffed that block. Nah, bro, just take that dude out and that's it. Or delay the dude enough where Gino has time to go ahead and throw the ball.
Yeah,
that's essentially what we're just asking him to do. Yeah, we're not asking him to do anything extra. We just enough where he's able to go ahead and provide some type of protection.
Yeah, I think personally we'll see a lot of, if he stays healthy, we'll see a lot of Mostert in some situations where it's time to block, go downfield. I think we're going to see some Mostert this year. And that's not to say Genty won't be out there on third down, but I'm saying like for more blocking situations, probably Mostert to start it off early on in the year. And then, as we continue, we'll see what he does.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. But
this is a fact. Every millisecond count. It don't matter. I mean, and what's crazy, because we the people is right. He has a low center of gravity already, but it doesn't matter if you still stand up, bro. Like it's not gonna matter. If you're 216 and the motherfucker you trying to block is 235, then that's why, you feel what I'm saying? Like that's why you need your leverage.
Exactly. 235 and like 6 foot, It's
6'2", motherfucking, and then like what shit? Like, you got to
exactly.
get down there, bro. We got to do something.
Yeah,
That's why Henderson was so good, bro. Travion here, he would get low.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, for sure.
Damn, we got to play his ass this year too, huh? I forgot.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, Patriots got a nice little squad. They got a nice little squad. I still
Nah,
think we're
they
gonna whip
do.
their ass though.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. But moving on OTAs, at the other side of the ball, defense stepping up on day 2, and they're getting some picks. Chris Smith, and then Eichenberg got some picks off of Geno. We talked about that a little bit ago. Do you think these guys can step up? Because I know that linebacker room and safety is a little thin. What do y'all think?
Go ahead, Nate.
I mean, it's kind of like the opposite of what we said about the Geno and the quarterback, the interceptions there. Like, I'm not gonna praise them too much. It's still pretty early. Everybody's still working out their stuff. Obviously, it's great that they did it, but we all know, like, Chris Smith and Tommy Eichenberg. Hopefully Eichenberg because he's younger, but I know that they're probably not going to be big factors on this defense.
Right.
I know this Eichenberg is Severe's guy, but
that's Severe's dude, bro.
But in an already thin linebacking core, I think that if he can get better, that it's only a plus. But I just don't see these guys stepping up to be like big time factors for this defense, at least this year. I think it's going to take a little bit if they end up doing that. So
yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. For me, I told him, I told Severe, you better hope your hate is going in other directions towards Eichenberg, dog, because we need him.
For real,
we actually need this motherfucker. So I mean, if he can produce, it looks better, right? Like right now, and we talked about it kind of yesterday, bro. Like, we need one of them young dudes in the linebacker room to step up. Eichenberg probably be in the main. You're looking at Gaynor, one of those two. Somebody need to do something. So I would hope. I'm not gonna ask for a lot, right? I'm not gonna ask for a lot for Eichenberg. Because I'm so used to saying, man, this dude can make a big leap, and we're not seeing those big leaps, right? So what we need him for is just to be adequate in the pass coverage. That's what I'm saying. Just be adequate in pass coverage. That's what I think we're missing and lacking. So if he can do that, sure. Chris Smith, I struggle with Chris Smith, bro, because when we drafted him, I liked him actually. I actually liked him when we first got him. I thought he can find some snaps, but he just ain't been able to get on the field, bro. Like, and this is his last hurrah for real. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if he don't produce, damn near, he's in trouble for training camp, bro. He's in trouble to make the squad because there are some guys they brought in, safeties that are longer, more athletic. You feel what I'm saying? So if he don't start producing, it's gonna be real trouble for Chris Smith to make the squad. But yeah, I think both of these do. As far as Chris Smith, he's on the bubble of the roster. Eichenberg, for me, he's in the mix to get in there. He has a shot to really start.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, I hope that Eichenberg does step up, especially with our whole linebacker situation.
Yeah.
It's pretty thin. So we need Gaynor, Eichenberg, or Lindenberg, or somebody to really be that, head of that linebacker room.
Yes.
As of yet, there's really nobody. I mean, you could say Roberts, but other than that, I mean, there's not.
But
really
we know what
anybody.
Roberts brings, right? He only brings the run stopping, which is fine, but we need something to go along with that. I told Loon and all them yesterday. It just makes me think back, and it makes me more pissed off that New England went and re-signed that goddamn linebacker that they re-signed that we wanted, because he was exactly the type of linebacker that we needed. But the fact they did that, bro, now we ass out again, right? Ass out again.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, and I agree. Yeah, so it's either special teams or gets cut. So it's probably a prove it type of year. It's either put up or shut up type situation, you know, for Christmas. For real.
Hey, I ain't gonna cap Severe. I saw Amari doing the linebacker drills. I was like, all right, yeah, that's straight. And then I saw, Tommy doing the linebacker drills. I was like, damn, this same dude do private lessons at tennis courts for tennis. He do private lessons for board schools. I didn't know that. Hey, at the end of the day, leave Tommy alone, Severe. He needs to work. All right, he needs to get right. Let this man go out there and get himself together. God damn it.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro.
Oh man. I don't know about Devin White being most proven. He hasn't really done much since Tampa. I think the first year,
quote unquote, yes, technically, because he has a Super Bowl, but
performance wise, I say performance wise.
None of them really. None of them.
Yeah,
really.
none of them really. Yeah.
If we being real, because what is Roberts done? He ain't really started, right? He's never really started. He's only played sparingly. Devin White ain't really played in the last couple years. Mm-hmm. We have no idea what the rookies or the other two dudes I've heard. So nah.
Yeah. My guy Severe Eckberg is that playing Fritos in the variety box. You'll eat them if that's what's left, but you rather not.
You tweaking, bro.
Yo, man, I like Fritos, dog.
I'm not eating them shits. Them shits is gross.
I'm not eating Fritos.
There's only one bag of Fritos I'm eating, and that's those twisted barbecue ones. That's it, bro.
Fire.
That's it.
Those are fire.
That's the only one.
Mexico, dog.
That's like why. Fritos. Yeah, y'all be out there tweaking, bro. Y'all be out
Frito
there
pie, dog. Frito pie. That's all I'm saying. It's Cool Ranchers for me. I don't like Cool Ranch, bro. I hate that shit.
Nah. Frito boats all day. Oh, nah, Jason. Nah. That's terrible, bro.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's take a few more questions. And again, appreciate everyone pulling up. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys head on over and hit that like and subscribe button on all the channels, even Nate's. If you guys are on Nate's channel, make sure you guys hit that like button for sure. I have Nate's channel pinned in the description on both channels, so make sure you guys go ahead and give him a sub. For real, we got some great content. Plus, we do the show on Wednesday night, and he does a show on Thursday nights. Raiders Coast with our guy Jeff. I think Jeff is not on. I think he's sleeping or he's listening on his little earpiece. Like why he's still
bro, he's sleep.
Yeah. But make sure you guys go ahead and hit that smash that subscribe button, hit those thumbs, y'all. Appreciate it. Goes a long way to go ahead and support the shows for sure. But yeah, let's go ahead and kind of get back into it. And I got another topic for you guys. The Wilkins injury, right? Pete said the other day, it's been challenging. And then will he be ready by week 1? So I got a little excerpt from that presser that Pete did the other day. Let me go ahead and pull that up real quick.
Is that in his recovery process?
Yeah, this has been a difficult recovery, and he's done everything he needs to do. He's been here every day. He's here early, working hard, but we're still working it, and he's not ready to get back out. And we're in the midst of a long, challenging process here. So, fortunately, there's a lot of time, and we're going to take every bit of it. We've really tried to be really diligent about the way we've worked it and the way we've monitored it and all of that. And he's been on board the whole time. So, but it has been challenging.
All right. Let me know y'all think. Yeah, go ahead, Nate.
First of all, when I get to Pete Carroll's age, I hope I have as much hair as he does, bro, because he's still got a fucking hairline. But yeah, Christian Wilkins injury. Oh man, this is probably the biggest thing coming out of OTAs right now, in my personal opinion. Everybody's talking about it. At first, I thought it was a little bit overblown. But looking more into it, it's going to be tough for him to be ready by week 1, to be honest. A foot injury is really a hard thing to come back from, and have that that same effectiveness. We seen it with fucking Darren McFadden. He had trouble with his feet all the time. So Raiders have a bad history with the foot injuries, and I'm hoping that this guy can come back and be just as effective and be the guy that we're hoping to sign, that we signed last year. So the Wilkins injury, I'm going to keep my eye on it. I hope that he's going to be ready by week 1. He's a big piece of what we're trying to do up front, and I have hope that he'll be ready by week 1. But I know a lot of people are a little pessimistic about it, but I understand.
Boy, better prepare yourself for this defense to get flame broiled in certain fucking. I'm not saying that right now, dog.
I know.
Flambéed in certain weeks, because if this man ain't ready, all I'll say is this: as of right now, you could say it's no big deal, but in hearing what Pete just said, bro, that shit ain't good, bro. None of that was positive.
None of that was positive.
Not one iota, not one word of it. You could sit there and say, man, that's good to take from that. No, none of it. He said long, challenging process. He said all the wrong words: challenging, difficult. This is like this motherfucking long process. Like, goddamn, bro. Like, this is all the shit we don't want to hear about the injury, bro. So at the end of the day, this is bad, right? So you can try to push it off, but I'm not doing that this year. I know last year there were certain things I pushed off to the side, and I was like, it's whatever. And then it came down to the season, and I was like, well, fuck. People said that in the off season. You know what I mean? Like, and I wasn't paying attention. Now I'm paying attention to all of it. If this leaks into training camp, the injury is bad. That's bad, bro. That's bad. And if he can't start training camp, if he can't get ramped up in training camp, or it's late, that's even worse, bro, because this position requires physicality. He needs to be playing. Yeah. You only get a limited amount of snaps during the training camps where you could put the full pads on and go full go. So if he can't do that until actual football is being played, how healthy do we think he's going to get? He's going to get more healthy if he starts playing the season? Yeah. Like, no. This shit's going to be a lingering injury. So, and if it's what I heard it was, where the screw or whatever in the foot broke, that's bro, like that shit is gonna be real tough for him to be ready. So I hope that by training camp he's ready. That's what I'm saying. By training camp he's ready, bro. If he's not ready by week 1, wrap it up. Yeah. It's over. Season's a wrap, bro. It's a wash. I don't want him out there at all. I don't. Yeah. I don't. Re-up the money, get the money right, and then come back for 26, dog. I do not want his ass out there in 25 if he cannot play week 1. That means this shit is that bad where it's lingering. He didn't get no training camp like that. Yeah. That's what that would mean. Yeah. I'm not throwing him out there like that, bro. That would be fucked off.
Yeah, I agree. If he's not ready by training camp, it's a wrap. I mean, unless you're really gonna sit him 3/4 of the season, or I mean, there's not even a point to sit him three quarters of the season.
Yeah, at that point, bro, unless we do it next year,
unless we actually have a shot of making the playoffs, which I don't think this season's going to be it. Then maybe you bring him out, for a wild card game or to give that extra push to get into a playoff where it's determined by one game. But I don't think we'll be in that type of contention. Who knows, right? Hopefully I'm wrong. I really do. But if he's not ready by week, he's not ready by training camp. Yeah, he should definitely not play the season. And mind you, guys, he's been out since October of last season.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why
it's a big thing.
When people push this off, right, and they're like, "Oh man, but it's just May. Like it's just May." I'm like, bro,
we're going on a year.
He was hurt early last year. That shit wasn't late. Like that shit was early in the season. Baltimore, no? Was it Baltimore? That's week 3.
It was in Denver.
Denver. That's right.
Denver.
I was
Either
there.
way, that's still early on in the season, right? He had more than enough time late in the season, off season, bro, for this shit to be right. So This is why it's very concerning in my opinion, bro. Very concerning. And when they drafted 2 DTs, we should have antenna should have went up there, right? When we were like, oh shit, they just got 2 DTs. And I have a feeling that if the Browns didn't take Mason Graham, they would have thought about it. I have a strong feeling.
For sure.
Yeah, he probably was on the list, you know. And
I'm telling you, they would have thought about that shit. And if they would have took him, they would have told me all I needed to know about what they thought about this injury.
But even looking at Mason Graham, because I saw little clips of him working out with the Browns. I think was a rookie minicamp. He didn't look impressive at first, so I don't know. Maybe we dodged a bullet there.
I ain't tripping, dog. When them bullets get to flying and he get on that line, dog, I have a feeling he gonna, you know, especially with what they got. They got guys on that line, so he'll be able to do his thing.
Oh, we'll see. Yeah, but I mean, we got Tonka, and then we got JJ. Hopefully, they from what we're hearing, what we see from these guys, hopefully they're gonna bring it and they're gonna be impactful. But again, this is their rookie year. How impactful are they really gonna be? You know,
right?
So you got unproven guys. That's the thing. Adam Butler, we know that he could do his thing, and we'll have some, you know, we'll have some pressure from there. And we got Malcolm Kuntz back, you know. But obviously, having Wilkins, it just brings a whole nother level. I don't think we'll be that deep of trouble, but for sure, not having Wilkins will definitely make a difference for sure. But let me go ahead and hit the chat again. Appreciate everyone pulling up. What does Severe say? Yeah, week 1 is like 4 months away. If he's not ready by then, that injury is extremely concerning for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. All this because it's. I mean, that's how it happened, bro. But it's an issue that was already there, from what I know. That this is something that's been lingering, and he's never really taken care of it, and then it just happened to go boop, on that.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta understand how long this timetable has been, bro. This should have been a long ass time.
Yeah, for sure. Salute to my guy. See, Jeff woke up from his
There
nap.
he is, Jeff.
Uh-oh.
What to do?
Big Jeff, man.
Yes. Let's see. Coach says, "Oh well, I didn't expect them to win more than 6 or 7 games anyway." Yeah, bro, but still, you know, you want to go ahead and put the best product on the field possible.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
We can't just be like, oh, okay, I don't expect us to win that much, but you know, we're paying this man top tier blue chip money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
we restructured him to get a little bit more, but if he's really going to be out for most of the season, this might be another situation where we might have to restructure, we might have to bring in somebody else. Who knows? You know, it's just literally I think it's like 18 mil that's coming to him from that restructure deal, whether he sits or not.
Oh man, god damn.
Yeah, it's still. It was more before, but now it's the restructure a little bit less, but still, he's still getting top dollar for sure. Shout out to my guy, We the People. Wilkins got hurt like week 3 or 4, and still hasn't fully healed. Yep, for sure. Mm-hmm. Wow. I've risen from my slumber like a grizzly coming out of bags, bro. Oh man. Let's see. Shout out to Freight Train. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy.
What's happening, man?
Same thing, real. My guy 805 woke up from his slumber. Yeah, I'm surprised he pulled up, dog. Because
how you feeling this morning, dog?
Hey, 805 was on the heater last night, man. He was on with some crazy ass fellas.
Yeah, they went into the wee hours, bro. For real.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right. Okay. So let me ask you guys this. Who do you guys think will be the standout from this OTAs for you know this OTAs? Who do you guys think will be the standout from this?
For me, I'm hoping that it's Darian Porter.
Mm.
I want it to be, because if we can get Darian Porter to start doing something in the OTAs and he can start, producing, then it just helps the defense, bro. Because right now it's a bunch of question marks in the secondary.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. What about you, Nate?
Yeah. I want it to be a guy on defense as well, because I feel like that's where we need the most help, or interior offensive line. But the guy that I'm looking at is Lindenberg, the linebacker, because
Right.
we need the most fucking help at linebacker. So I'm hoping that he can really set himself apart from the guys. Like, he's not going to be another Tommy Eichenberg, Mari Gaynor, where we're just waiting for him to step up. And I'm hoping we can develop quicker than those guys, considering we have a better front office now and evaluating talent. So
Yeah, I agree, bro. I'm on the same boat. Hope Lindenberg is one of those standouts that really shines on this OTA, because, man, we need help in that linebacker room for real. I think more than any other position on defense, because looking at it this year, it looks like the defense is probably going to be the one that takes us a little slight step back. Looking at everything, looking at the whole picture, it looks like the defense will be the thing that we kind of have to go ahead and kind of be a little bit more concerned about.
Hey, Chris woke up looking for the Wendy's lemonade, man. Don't you?
he was promoting the shit out of that, man.
Oh, I'm telling you, bro. Every new flavor. Hey, Chris be in the Wendy's lab helping to mix up them new flavors and shit. That's exactly what Chris be doing on his off time. I'm gonna be real. I have no idea what Chris do for work. I swear to God, I think that's what he does, bro. I think he fucking tastes Wendy's lemonade at the lab. I think that's what he does.
I'm dead.
Nah, this one's trash. This one's trash. Oh, this one's good. This is the one. This is the one. There you go. Oh, man. Bye, guys. Here. These situations are set up for Beck to look good. He's a good route runner, good hands. Since QBs can't get touched, he'll have more time to get separation. There you go.
The thing is with Besh is I'm already expecting big things from him. That's why I was
I think Besh is that guy.
I think he's gonna be good no matter what. That's why I was kind of looking for. I was gonna say Besh, but then I kind of was starting to think about it a little bit more too. That's why I went with Lindenberg. But yeah, I agree. Besh is probably gonna come out of here looking real good though, for sure.
Yeah. I'm with you.
For sure. Let me go ahead and hit this on the flip side. Who do you think will benefit most from this OTA? Who do you think it needs the most work that definitely should take advantage of this?
I'm going to go with my second option that I think is what I was hoping to have a breakdown. That's the interior offensive line. I'm hoping that's another big spot that the Raiders do need to kind of figure out. I'm hoping, maybe it's Parham, maybe it's Meredith. Kappa, I guess, has been looking pretty decent so far from what I've been hearing. They need to figure that out. So I feel like the combination of those three guys, I think will probably benefit the most out of, getting some more work in, no matter, even if it's in just, shorts and shirts, getting some technique down. But I'm hoping it's one of those guys or one of the guys that we drafted, Caleb Rogers. So I'm hoping that they will benefit and get the most out of this. So,
I would say one of the O linemen, but it's OTA, so I know they ain't doing nothing right now. So I'm trying to refrain from saying some of the trenches. So I'll wait. What? Rephrase the question again. Rephrase it so I know how to answer it.
So, who do you think will benefit the most from this OTAs? Who do you feel?
And then who needs
the most work? That would
okay.
actually like.
I'm a go on a heater, bro. I'm going to heater. Dante Thornton. I'm gonna say Dante Thornton.
I was gonna say
needs more work. You feel what I'm saying? Needs more work. I get it. Everybody excited, and I'm not saying like I'm hating, because I do think he's gonna like be good for what is required. Right? Mm-hmm. What is required? We just need a deep threat. We just need somebody to stretch the field, maybe take, some coverage away from Brock or whatever the case. But is that all we want? Is that it? You feel what I'm saying? Like, if that's it, then it is what it is. Then fine, we'll toss that shit away, throw it in the trash, and I'll just chalk him up to be a gimmick and gadget receiver, and that is what it is. But I know that's not what he wants to be. I know that's what not most of us want him to be. And if that's the case, bro, we're sitting here saying we need more. We expect more. I want to see him run more routes. I want to see him win more reps, right? I want to hear him about him winning more one-on-one reps, getting behind coverage. I want to see that. You know what I mean? Like we saw with Trey Tucker. I would have said Trey, but Trey got Geno now, and I've always kind of thought like if Trey can just get a quarterback, I'm not saying he's gonna be a top 10 receiver, but we'll see more. You know, we'll see more. So yeah, I think Dante Thornton for me.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
I'll switch it up since Run took my pick. I'm gonna say Darian Porter, and for him still being relatively kind of new to the position, I feel that he's probably going to be the most advantageous and will benefit the most from this OTAs, learning this new speed and how fast these receivers truly are, especially going up against Jacoby Myers and Trey Tucker, who've been in the league for a while, and how they run their more Jacoby, how he runs his routes is gonna it's just gonna make him better, right? He has the speed to be able to stay with Trey Tucker, but he can also stay with Jacoby Myers, so I just hope that he keeps on developing and actually benefits from this OTAs. But Dante Thornton is right there next to him for sure. I mean, we already heard that he's had pretty good OTA. I mean, he beat Chin on a corner route the other day from Geno. Same thing with Trey. Trey's lining it up too. So the speed is there. The speed does kill, and I just hope that Dante learns, kind of expands his route tree and becomes more of an effective receiver out there, not just just hit up on that curl route,
This
but it's also important for sure. Yep.
It's a good one too.
Good one.
Yeah.
Very good one. Very good one. Oh, shout out Raider Menace, man. He on his 10, man, saying what's goody, man. Salute, bro. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you pulling up, my guy.
OJ says it's Porter as well. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, that third got to hit, bro. It's got to hit. No other way.
We need that help on the corner for sure. Let's see. My guy Severe Dante needs to be on that ladder day and night. I thought we saw him. Yep.
Next. Yep. Hey man, it's a damn shame. I saw Tommy Malott and I was like, well, who the fuck is that? He was running that shit so good, and I saw Dante Thornton. I'm like, wait a minute. This man ain't played no receiver. He out there running the damn ladder better. So it's just, hey.
Yeah. Salute to my guy L11. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. Salute. Let's see. Yeah. My guy OJ, CB room is the biggest concern for me. Entire secondary is a huge question mark. It is, bro. So I mean, I hope all those guys are reaping the benefits from OTA. I hope Chin gets better because Chin is still new. That's the thing. Though he had a great year with Washington, he's still new to the Raiders. He's learning, Patrick Graham and Pete Carroll's system. So it's different. It's different from what he was doing out in Washington. So he's still trying to get used to things over here too. So a lot of new faces, a lot of guys trying to adjust and kind of get in sync and really learn, this Patrick Graham, Pete Carroll system. So let's see here. My guy Christopher Raiders, you guys failed to realize he had a full route tree when he was at the Ducks. Bulls did not run many routes for. Yeah, we know that. But
this is the thing, Chris.
Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, he was running them routes, but them shits wasn't good. This shits wasn't good, right? Which hence, then we go to another school that has me running the routes that I do run well, very well, right? Mm-hmm. And that's why I look certain ways, bro. Like I don't, and if he was that guy, like I said at Oregon, he's the exact archetype of guy they like at Oregon. So at the end of the day, bro, I'm not hearing that. There's reasons people leave. There are reasons people leave.
Mm-hmm. My guy OJ. Thornton looked like the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz before he got greased up.
Greased
No
up.
did.
Dude,
No
I'm
diddy.
dead, bro.
Uh, oh man, that's funny. But yeah, salute to my guy Robert. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. All right, let's see here. And then let me ask you this question, guys, and more for Nate because I know me and Rem already talked about this. What
Right.
positions do you think that the Raiders will continue to fill in this off season?
I think it's definitely got to be on the defensive side of the ball. We're with the Christian Wilkins kind of injury. I'm thinking we're probably going to pick up another defensive tackle. I know you can't have enough corner depth, in my personal opinion. I think we need to get another corner. I feel like we could possibly do another safety. I know we've been saying Justin Simmons. That would just be an absolute bonus, of course. But I feel like definitely it should probably be either corner or defensive tackle with the injury. Um, I don't know if it's really going to get addressed in the free agency. I don't know who's really. I feel like the June 1st cuts will figure out really who will pick up then,
Mhm.
because I feel like with the injury, if it's a defensive tackle that's still a free agent now, we probably would have signed him. As the same thing with the corners too. So I feel like we're waiting for the June 1st cuts to really kind of figure out who is available and who we should bring in.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's
Well,
only about almost 2 weeks away, right?
Mhm.
And so we'll know pretty soon, thankfully, on who we're going to go ahead and pick up. And I think maybe that'll be kind of the case for sure.
when was the last wide receiver the Raiders had that had yak? Devontae Adams.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Devontae. But before that, maybe Amari. Maybe. But Amari ain't really a yak motherfucker like that. So
Not really. Yeah.
yeah, he's not that big of a yak dude. But LV hit it right on the head, man. Justin Simmons. I love that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a negative Nancy, right? But at the end of the day, we got to do what we got to do, bro. Like we just gonna go into the season and understand there are certain things in this roster that are just not going to be filled. It's just not. It's just because this is year one of the retool, as people like to say, right? This the retool is year one. You can't do everything year one, and I think Jay, we said this before. We said this on another show. There's just
Mhm.
gonna be some things going into the season, bro. We just gonna have to live with this year. It just is what it
Yep.
is, bro.
Mhm.
Until the regime gets another year to draft and get free agents. Then at that point, we can say, well, now, the team looks a little bit better next year. Look at the free agent class, right? It's a lot of good receivers next year in the free agent class. It's a better free agent class overall than it was this year. Okay, we add some pieces there. See what happens in the draft next year. Oh shit! Now all of a sudden we're not worried about the linebackers no more. Maybe we got one. Oh shit! Maybe we got this or over here. We got a nice little receiver to complement Steele, right? Or Jack Best ends up being that guy, or regardless of it, right? But there are just certain things right now that are question marks that we're gonna have to go into the season with, and we just not gonna have the answers to the test until probably towards the middle of the season until we figure out like, yeah. I mean, it didn't take us that long last year to be like, yeah, we're fucked. But
Yeah. No,
this
pretty
year,
Yeah,
quick.
for real.
We're like, oh shit. What the
yeah,
fuck?
it didn't take us. It didn't take us long that last year, but this year, I mean, we'll be able to see too. You know what I mean? A couple weeks in, we'll be able to know, like, oh yeah, we're fucked here. Yeah, we're just, or we're just right there. You know what I mean? You can tell we're right there, but it's just not enough, and that's still okay too because year one.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. I think we're probably going to go ahead and continue to fill linebacker. We may probably pick up another corner. I feel those are the more positions in need. I wouldn't go D tackle quite yet,
Nah,
just because we went out and drafted Tonka
Right.
and JJ Pegues. So with those guys in there, and Adam Butler still being in there, you got Malcolm Jones back. I wouldn't hit the panic button quite yet. I think the areas where you need to hit the panic button is going to be in that middle linebacker room, and bringing like a guy like Justin Simmons in would be phenomenal. I don't know what the fuck is a holdup. I think they're still trying to see, like you said, who's going to be available June 1st, and you might see some moves then. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's a linebacker, if it's either a safety or a corner. It might be that time. So I think those are the areas that we probably can continue to still fill for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my guy Chris, facts. It's a retool year. However way you want to spin it, man. I mean, we're still putting a team together.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
like Red said, we're not going to be able to go ahead and put everything together. I think so long as I think, halfway decent in certain positions, I think we might be able to go ahead and kind of skate by. I think what's going to happen, it's a shift. Instead of us really depending on the defenses to bail us out, we're going to really rely on our offense to kind of, push us over the hump. I think that's that's kind of what the season's starting to pan out at.
Right.
Unless they go out and add more pieces. But as of right now, it looks like it's going to be more office oriented. The defense took a little bit of a backseat this year. So we'll see what happens, right? There's still time. You have the June 1st cuts. So we'll see who they're going to go ahead and pick up. I'm very interested to see for sure. My guy, OG Ray, we will know the direction of this team after 2 weeks, in my opinion, if they start 0-2. It's going to be a long season.
Yeah, I agree. Because even after that second game, it gets a little tough right there too with Washington.
0-2 is kind of nasty, bro. I ain't gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because you got Washington and all. Oh, there you go. You got Washington and all that extra, so that would be a lot. Now, is it possible? It could be. I know I was on with Raider Alex not too long ago, like a couple weeks ago. He had us starting like 1-3, 1-4. So there's possibilities. Now, we ended the season like 9-8, so which is good. But to start 1-4 is nasty. That's nasty work. For me, I'm personally looking at like a first 5 games, 3-2 start. 3-2 start. That works, right? You could do something with that. And 8
or
games,
even 2-3. Even 2-3, yeah.
2-3, right? 8 games, 9 games is probably where I'm putting my ceiling. 8 or 9 games.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's where I'm at too. I'm at 9, but obviously it's easy to go 7-8 wins. Honestly, it's stomachable. Like, it's digestible if we get 7-8 wins, considering what we just came off of last year, because that makes us at least kind of competitive throughout the entire year, and it gives us a little hope. And we know this team isn't fully developed exactly yet, so it gives us something to look forward to for the next upcoming year. But yeah, I think I had 9, but 7-8 wins, I can stomach that.
You know what I mean? Like 9, I think that's my highest end. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's the highest it goes. I can't. 10 is like me being a homer. I ain't gonna lie. 10 is me being a homer.
Yeah.
Bro, Jeff had 11. I was like, you're wilding, bro. You're
I
wilding.
think you just fucked with you on that one. I think he was just fucking with everybody.
I hope so, because we find a win. we trying to pull wins out of our ass at that point, bro. Because there's no way. That means we win games we're not supposed to win, right? You feel what I'm saying? We win games we're not supposed to win. So 8 or 9 games, I'm fine with that though. I'm fine with 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Because then next year we get better. We look more appealing to more people, right? We get and then we retool again. Shit, I'm fine. As long as we're not picking top 10, bro. Just don't have me picking top 10.
Yeah.
It's gonna make me mad. It's gonna make me mad.
Yeah. I mean, if we're winning 9 games, we're fucking around in playoff possible contention. It all depends how the season goes, right? Because we've seen teams go in on 8 and 9. So if we're winning 9 games, then it starts becoming a possibility. This is where I was saying earlier, if you're putting out Christian Wilkins for the majority of the season and you're coming around, you're fucking around with a playoff berth possibility on a wild card, this might be a situation. All right, cool. How you feeling? If he's good to go, then this is a situation where you might put him out there on a few rotations and see what he could go ahead and bring to the table. To go ahead and secure a playoff berth, or if we make it to a wild card, if we're able to go ahead and squeak by, that might be a certain certain scenario. I'm honestly looking at 8 and 9,
Mhm.
and if we split the conference or even go 2 and 4 in the conference, I'm cool with that. I don't want to be skunked out 0 and 6 again,
Nah,
man.
fuck
I don't
that.
think you
Yeah.
can do it.
Man, bro,
I
I
don't
can
think
tell
you
you
do it.
right now, bro. We start 5-1, whatever. P gonna get caught in
Nah,
some.
dead ass, bro.
Now we're
Yeah.
fucked off, bro. All of a sudden, Pete's gum got PEDs in it, and we're fucked off now. we can't do things.
Oh man, yeah, fact. They're gonna come up with some bullshit. They'll be like, man, we some
7-9
Harlem
is where I'm
Flyers.
at, bro.
Yeah,
7-9
Harlem
wins,
Flyers,
bro.
something like that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
7-9 wins. We and again, that's okay. That's not bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, depending on how we got to these 7 or 9 wins, right? Say if we do start 5 and whatever, or 4 and something, and we lose all the rest of the fucking games, well, then at that point, yeah, like that's trash. But if it's like just whole year, you could tell we're there, we're close, but we're losing these close ass games, and you know what I mean, like by one score, one possession. Then at that point, you can see it. You know what I mean? You can say, all right, bro, there's tangible consistency here. We just got to keep going.
Yep, exactly. I don't know if we sweep KC, but
Oh,
I'll
man.
be happy if we take one away, bro.
That'd be
That's
super
well
If we
wished.
take
fire.
one away, bro,
I just want one, bro.
I'm celebrating.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm celebrating, bro.
I think I'm the only Raider content creator that got us going 0-2 in that.
Against Kansas City this year?
Yeah.
I have us
fuck
winning
with-
the one in Kansas City.
We ain't earned not one win. I ain't gonna cap to you,
Nah,
bro. We ain't earned not one win. Them
Yeah.
motherfuckers every single time they put belt the ass to us every year, bro. Now everybody else, you can get me with everybody else, right? Broncos, Chargers. If you think we're gonna sweep these motherfuckers, sure, right? I'll roll with you there. But when it comes to the Chiefs, I can't have no blind faith, bro. You got to show me.
Honestly, I have the Broncos winning the division.
Really?
I do.
I don't know,
We
'cause
lose
they
both
ass look
games
injured
against
too.
Denver.
They ass look like they getting injured too. No cap.
Oh yeah.
So they getting the injury bug on it. So I don't know what that looked like. For me, bro, I'm not really scared of the Chargers, to be honest with you. I'm really not.
No.
Some about them don't really scare me, dog.
No, I feel that we're gonna go ahead and be able to split one of those. Though they might get us on one of them. I hope it's not the home opener. I really don't. I will love.
Nah, I don't either. I
that
think we should get that. I think we should get that one. It's the SoFi one where I'm always like, fuck. You know what I mean?
That
Like
SoFi one. That's
it's
SoFi
hard.
curse, man. Yeah.
Denver's iffy to me because I don't really know. I don't really believe in Bo Nix, and to be honest, nobody on that offense fucking scares me at all. Like there's really no fear for anybody on that offense for me.
Yeah.
The defense is more where it's at for them. So if this has been the theme for us. If our offense is rolling, if Genty's rolling, we're gonna whip their ass. I mean, that's just how it is. I think so because I think we got the pieces to mess with Bo Nix. He get pressure, he gonna get flustered and all that extra, bro. But it just come to KC, bro. It just come to KC. I want to see us get the monkey off our back, bro. At some point, you got to be tired of getting your motherfucking ass whooped. At some point, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. This go back to 2 stadiums. He's been doing this to our ass, dog. This ain't just in Vegas. He was in Oakland throwing 6 fucking touchdowns one goddamn game, bro.
Yep.
This has been years and years and years of this man whooping our ass. A singular player and singular team whooping our ass, bro. We can't get over the hump. And we hanging on to some Christmas shit that propelled their ass to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's the sad shit. That's the sad shit. So we hanging on the Christmas win, and they could just come out and say, but we won a Super Bowl of your shit. Or you tried to step on our logo and we whooped your ass by 50 points. Or like, bro, there's a certain time we got to get this monkey off our back, in my opinion. If we can split with them, now I believe it's a change. We've changed. I ain't gonna cap.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We've
I mean,
changed.
shit. If we can either beat the Chiefs at home or even at Arrowhead, I don't care. I'm taking it either way.
For what it is,
No
bro.
matter what. We can't go. We
Am I
came
tripping for
close.
having more confidence for us going to them than them coming to us?
No, I
Yeah.
have us winning that game. Yeah, in
Yeah,
Arrowhead,
the
because
away game.
I don't
for
know
whatever
why.
reason, we always play better in Arrowhead than at home against
We
them.
play way
Yeah.
better at
Don't know why,
Arrowhead,
but
bro. It's crazy, and we don't have them later on in the season where it's cold either.
yeah,
So that might work. But we got to beat them at the crib, bro. He's never lost
have
in
to.
Vegas, dog.
They know.
He's never
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah. That's fact, DJ,
Yep.
for sure.
Yeah.
We got to, we came close. I
Gotta
mean,
beat 'em at the crib,
we
bro.
lost by a touchdown last year at the crib, and then lost by 2 points in Arrowhead.
Yep.
We came that close. I
Mhm.
think. I don't know. What do you feel? If Gino was, do you guys think if Gino was under the helm, you think we'll win that game in Arrowhead on Black Friday? If Gino was already in,
I
Yeah.
think if Pete Carroll was under the helm, I think we win that game with the same exact team last year.
I mean,
And
even the first game
I
we
love
beat-
AP, but I think Pete Carroll wins that game.
Even the game at Allegiant wasn't that bad either, bro. Like, honestly, there was plays being made either at the one in the Legion until again the offense couldn't do shit, and then we just with the avalanche came of their offense and Andy Reid. But yeah, bro, we play them tough, right? Like Patrick Graham knows how to play that offense, right? It's always been, do we have the consistency on the offensive side of the ball for us to mess with them? I think I said this on another show. I forgot what show. There's never been a time until this year where I went into a Chiefs game and now I feel like we're not severely outcoached. Like I ain't gonna cap to you, but even I don't give a fuck with nobody else. Nobody on here say, even with John Gruden, I felt like we were still severely out fucking coached.
Yeah.
I don't care, bro. Andy Reid is a better schemer and a better overall coach than John Gruden is. I don't think that's a big arguing point,
yeah.
bro. That's not a big
Yeah.
arguing point. So we go into that, and he has Steve Spagnuolo, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, bro, that's 2 for 1. So we're always, for the last couple years, bro, we've been going into these motherfuckers just fucked off. Now, I mean, we've had Patrick Graham, right? So that kind of nullifies a little. But then look at the offensive side. Josh McDaniels, he couldn't get shit past Spagnuolo, right, at all. John Gruden was over there struggling a little bit sometimes, right? So now I feel like we got the coaches now with Chip and all that to go in there and be like, well, now we matching bar for bar at this point.
Yeah. It's gonna boil down to who's healthy and how each team's performing. If we start off 1-4, or we have a first half that's not the greatest, that's gonna play a factor, right?
100%.
If we start off 500 or close to 500, I think we're definitely giving them run for money, and we're probably going to be able to steal one in Arrowhead. Facts.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. My guy DJ. Pete has to replay that ring around the rosy and play Chiefs.
What's crazy is I think Pete's more worried about, like, just, and not saying it's a bad thing, but I think Pete's more worried about that Charger shit. I think he want that Charger
I
shit.
think he is.
No,
I
he wants
think
that
that's
more.
going to be the game.
I think he want that more. I ain't gonna cap where he like, nah, I want to beat Jim ass, bro. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. That rivalry still runs deep. I mean, they cool, but he knows what time it is. He's like, man. I
Okay,
can't let
Pete
this
Carroll is
motherfucker
2-3 versus Andy Reid. That's not terrible. It's not terrible. But that's not a terrible stat. Depends who he's had too, and what's the teams.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they both been on different teams.
Yeah, my guy DJ. No other team disrespects the Raiders more than the Kansas City Chiefs. It goes further back before Andy Reid.
Right.
Ooh,
I mean, they hate you run the street, bro.
Yeah,
They
that's
hate
a
you run the
fact.
street. Yep.
Hey, I got a situation I got to deal with over here, man. I ain't gonna care. He just left me something, so I got to deal with this. Give me one second.
We got you. Don't trip. Yeah, let's see. Make sure you guys go ahead and get your questions in for sure. Again, if you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button on all the channels. Nate, go ahead and put up your your link as well. I have it
Yeah.
down in the description. You can go ahead and put it up on the chat as well. Make sure you guys go ahead and give my guy a sub as well. He is my co-host on the Wednesday show, the Raider Connection, every damn Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. And then he does a show with our guy Jeff, who's in the building. Salute to him. Raiders Coast to Coast, doing the damn thing. Thursdays at 7 p.m. as well. So make sure you guys tap in.
Yes, sir.
Great show. Great show. So make sure you guys go ahead and hit that sub. It does go a long way to go ahead and support the show as well. Appreciate everyone pulling up. Let's see.
Yep.
Here. All right. My guy Steve. To be honest, Chip is there with Gruden. The only thing holding him back is bad mistakes and with stubbornness. But hopefully, Chip, not as head coach, prevents that. Yep. Yeah, bro, for sure. I mean, you got Pete literally leading the charge, and I think they know what time it is, bro. You know, that's kind of what it boils down to. He knows that Pete is the one that calls the shots at the end of the day. You know,
Yeah.
so he's gonna get his input for sure, but at the end of the day, it's on Pete. Pete is not shy to go ahead and do what needs to be done to go ahead and make sure things are done his way for sure.
Yeah, exactly. This team is going to be built in Pete Carroll and John Spytek's vision, and obviously Chip Kelly's going to have some input on who he wants and who he thinks can run his offense. But at the end of the day, this is going to be Pete Carroll's team. He's the head coach. It's going to be his team. So, yeah, and Chip Kelly has obviously had a bad history in the NFL of being a pretty bad personnel, putting together personnel. And so it's a good thing that he's not in that kind of position anymore. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. My guy, Justin DJ, what game/week would determine how the Raiders season will play out for y'all? Go ahead, Nate. I'll let you.
That's a good one. Honestly, I think I have us. I think it's going to be after the bye, because if we continue to lose after the bye, having a real tough time with teams against teams that we should beat, because we always seem to go into after the bye to a team that we always should beat, and we end up losing for whatever reason. So this year we play the Jaguars right after the bye. If we can get a win against the Jaguars after a bye, that just kind of sets the whole precedent for the rest of the schedule, because after that, the schedule gets pretty tough. We're going to need all the wins in that backstretch of the schedule that we can possibly get. So to me, it's that Jaguars game, because it's basically the midpoint of our season. And if we can get a win there, it just shows me how much better this coaching staff is than we've had in a long time, and how different this team could possibly be than other Raiders teams we've seen in the past.
Mm-hmm. For me, I would say probably about week 6. Week 6, we'll get a fair assessment on how our season is going to pan out right before the Chiefs game.
Yeah.
And like I said, these game, how we start the season leading up to the first Chiefs game is going to kind of determine how the 2 games with the Chiefs are really going to go, right? So if we start out real shitty, we're like 1-5 or 1-6. Yeah, I mean, we expect us to get our ass handed to us, But if it's a point where we're 2-3 going into that week 6 game, and then we win it, and then that's against the Titans, and we go 3-3, and then the very next week it's gonna be Chiefs. I think we have a fair shot.
For sure.
Yeah, I feel if we go 500 the first 6 weeks, I think we're in a pretty decent situation.
Definitely.
Way better than what we did. Way better than we did last year, because we already we already won 3/4 of the games that we did last year. Right?
By that time,
win like at least 2 or 3 more, right? At least, which I doubt us doing. I still have us going 8-9, right? But I think week 6, by that week 6 game, how we end up where we at and how that game ends up playing out, we'll see
Mhm.
how she's gonna be for sure.
Yeah,
Let's see. Uh, my guys, yeah. All I know is we got a bright future with Spytech. Yep,
I
facts.
agree.
Yeah. Let's see. If Spytech can hit on the picks, Chip can use the talent we have, and we can win. I mean, the offense already looks way better, bro.
Way
You,
better.
you got Besh, you got Thornton, you got Genty. I mean, shit. It's already better as it is.
Yeah,
Gino. I
Gino.
know
Yeah,
Gino wasn't drafted, but that's still another piece that we didn't have last year. So there you go. Jeff says week 1.
of course that's gonna mean more to him though.
Yeah, that yeah. If he gets cooked out over there in New England, it's man, he has to live with it for the rest of the year. That sucks for him. I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case, man, for sure.
Yeah, for my sake too. I hope it's not.
Yeah. My guy. The Bears game in week 4 is gonna show us all the kind of team we want to have for the rest of the season.
That's another good
Okay.
one
Yeah.
because we don't really know what the Bears are gonna be either.
Yeah. Yeah. I say we could I say I don't think we'll beat the Commanders, to be honest. I
No,
really don't.
no, I don't think so either.
It's gonna be a close game with the Pats. I think we can go ahead and win our home opener. I really
Mhm.
do. It's gonna be a very close game. It's not gonna be a blowout by any means, or it's not gonna be this big solid win. It's gonna be a game by inch, one by inches. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna boil down to that. Because you're going into week 2 with a relatively new offense, new faces. You may have won or lost the week before. If you won the week before, you're riding the high, right? You're building the momentum. If you lost that game, you're having to kind of take a step back and refocus, right? So
Right.
it's hard, but I think that game is going to be very close. Commanders, looking at the season they just had, and they still have most of their pieces. They just added new pieces. I don't think
Mhm.
we win that one. So with the Bears, you're still trying to see what Ben Johnson's gonna look like with Caleb Williams and those guys over there. Yeah, it's gonna be a close game. I think a lot of these games are gonna be close. I don't think they're gonna be won by leaps and bounds, and I think that's probably what's gonna trip everybody out. Um, I think yes, we have a better offense, but we're not going to be blowing out dudes
Mhm.
unless it's like maybe the Jaguars. Maybe the Jaguars. I'll give you a few teams, but maybe the Jaguars, maybe
See, like
the
the
Titans.
Titans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe the Titans, but um, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be what everybody probably thinks it's gonna be. We're just gonna be like cooking dudes and shit. It ain't gonna be that. My guy severe Pete record when coaching the Seahawks versus Andrews 1-3. That first one in New England versus Philly. Okay.
Mm.
Dang. Shout out to Sam. Salute, brother. Appreciate you pulling up.
Hell yeah.
Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to everyone. It is Memorial Day weekend. So I hope y'all enjoying it. Salute. If you had anybody in the military that is no longer with us, appreciate you guys making the sacrifice for us and keeping our country safe. Appreciate everyone for sure.
Definitely.
Sam says the first 4 weeks will tell us what to expect for the year. If we lose close games and dominate in wins, we'll get 9 to 10 wins. Yeah, if we lose close games, yeah, and I don't think we're gonna dominate wins. I really don't. I don't think that's gonna be the case. I think we're gonna win. We might win by like a touchdown, and that's cool. But I don't think it's gonna be nothing more than. I don't think it's gonna be anything more than 10 points spreads. So,
Yeah.
my guy Steve, 100%. To be honest, Gino for a third round pick will be appreciated later on in the
Yeah.
season. Seahawks did Pete a solid. Other teams would have traded for Gino. Yeah, bro. And at first, and I remember when Pete got brought on and the whole Gino thing with the eyes and the word being put out there that he wasn't really, too happy being at Seattle. And really kind of was possibly looking at other things, and then next thing, Pete's on the same plane going to
Right.
the combine with the Seahawks GM, and I'm like, okay, well, what's going on here? Then next thing you know, we got Gino, which is cool, and we really didn't give up anything. That third round pick, that's Tay's pick, so
Yeah.
that's what we got for Tay. So we ended up winning at the end, which is really really cool for sure. Uh,
Yeah.
my guy Dre, can we please win at SoFi? I'm like, oh,
Hey, shout out Dre,
bro,
man.
Matt.
Shout out to the guy ready to
Yeah,
Dre. But yeah, that's a fact, bro. I'm 0-2,
Yeah.
so I'm with you. I'm
I
0-2.
think, yeah, I'm 0-3 or 4. Yeah, I'm 0-3.
I'm 0-2. I'm 0-2. Both 5 games I'm fucking lost.
I was listening in, bro, but I'm with LV. I said this before, bro. It's that Jaguars game, bro. Because
I hope so, because I'm gonna go to that one.
I'm used to us starting the season off nice, or you know what I mean? Okay, like we said. Because what week is that? What week is that again?
That is like
The Jaguars game?
Yeah, six.
7 or 8, I think it is.
Okay, so that's perfect, right?
Or it might be 8
yeah.
or 9.
I'm
I know it's somewhere in the middle for sure.
at that point, I'm
Yeah.
used to us being like 4-3 or whatever the case, right? Or you know, you go if it's week 8, I'm used to us being 4-3 by that point, or whatever the case, right? Like you didn't take that at that. But after a bye, I'm used to us looking like ass too. I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'm used to that. A lot of the time, the momentum is gone, right? And then now the Jaguars are one of those teams where we can definitely beat. I feel like we can
Mhm.
beat them, right?
Mhm.
But they're one of those teams where it can go the other way and they can whoop our ass if we're not on our P's and Q's, right? Just like
Yeah.
the Atlanta game a couple years ago, goddamn Saints game a couple years ago, right? It's just like these are teams you're like, bro, we should be able to win this game if we're rolling, right? We're rolling, we should win this game. But then again, we come out unprepared, we look nasty, and then that just sets the tone for the rest of the goddamn season. I'm not trying to have that, bro. I do not want that this year. That will show me that we're at least more prepared as a staff. As you know what I mean? Like now we in the right direction, game planning, doing these things. So that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, for real. For real. Let's see. Severe says the indie game will show me a lot. That's a game I think we should win. Our team should be starting to gel by then. And we'll be playing Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson. If we lose, things are
That's a good one.
spooky. I agree, bro. I agree.
I know people are worried about week 1, but I'm not like I get it, but they got rookies in certain spots and young players, New England in certain spots where I'm like, we should be able to whoop their ass, bro. I ain't gonna cap. We should.
Yeah.
Will Campbell's first career action is Max Crosby and Malcolm Kuntz. Good luck. Come on, bro. Let's keep it a beam. If they don't help that man over there get some protection, it's gonna be bad. Now I do worry that the fact they got Travion Henderson. I worry about that. I ain't gonna lie. Because he can cook any of our linebackers, dog. And pick him out in the road, dog. He cook any of them.
Yep. Let's see. Short week games are always a mixed bag, and we have a bunch of them. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I heard So Fried is like hot, is like oven hot, bro. It's terrible. I hate that fucking.
This is why I don't want to go. If it was early in the season, I wouldn't have went to that SoFi one.
Dude, last year's was fucking terrible. Oh my god, it was
Now
so
that
I didn't
hot.
go to
later
last
on-
year's, but I went for the year before
was
that.
bad,
It's
bro.
terrible. It's
was bad.
It is like an oven. You cook. It's just a dumbass design.
That night, I think it was the Thunder game with John Gruden. That was cool. It has to be a night game, bro, or like a fucking afternoon game, because then LA feel good at that point. But
Yeah,
and it has to be later on in the year. Like if you get you can't get no October, bro. You can't do that. That shit's September, October. You gonna cook. Shit gotta be November, December is when you get one of them SoFi games.
Yeah.
yep. And this year, that's exactly it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But we might. I think that's probably why also we have such a difficult time. Trying to win that fucking place. It's just the heat, the humidity. It sucks. It's just you would think being in LA, there's not a lot of humidity. There is. Sometimes it gets up to like 60% or almost 70% humidity. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. You know, unless you out in the valley, you out. I mean, you probably out in the desert or something. Then it's different. But most of the time, it's humid as fuck. Yeah, for real. Let's see. I'll take a few more questions and then shout out to Myra. What it do, girl?
What's
Appreciate
going
you
on,
pulling up.
Myra?
Yep. I don't know. Uh, Steve says, I don't know, bro. AR-15, wear them goggles now. Laughing at
Yeah.
maybe this whole time it was his eyes holding him back from being Joe fucking Montana. I don't know about
Yeah,
that
bro.
one,
He
bro.
wearing them Lenore Seller
The
specials,
Lenore
bro.
Sellers, I'm dead.
Oh man.
The Kareems.
Yeah, the Kareems, dog.
For
The Abdul Jabbars.
real, bro.
Oh shit.
The Jags, the series is the Jags are walker because they got Brian Thomas, Travis Hunter, Trevor Lawrence working with Liam Cohen, who helped turn around Baker. Pete Carroll hasn't won after a bye since 2019. I think this is a game to turn that around. I think might be a close one, bro.
You would hope.
Yeah.
Said T-Law still gonna be ass.
There you go. All right. Cool. So let me go ahead and turn it over to our next segment. And that's the spotlight. Meet our guest. So it's time, Nate. It's time to bite the bullet. So this is our segment, the spotlight. This is a chance for our audience, everybody in the chat, to go ahead and really get to know our guest. This week's guest is none other than LVRaider10. So we got some questions for you, brother. And let's go ahead and start off from the beginning. How long have you been a Raider fan?
Wow. So I've been a Raider fan basically since I was born. I was born into it. My dad's a big Raider fan. The Raiders were out here in LA when, he was growing up. So he's been a Raider fan his whole life, basically. And so I was born into it. And my dad was a Raider fan, put me in little Raider stuff the whole time. And so I've been about it for literally my entire life. So
there we go.
That's how it started for me.
That's what's up, bro. I'm trying to do it. We trying to do the same thing over here, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Way.
He already know what time it is.
Exactly. Same here. He's actually in his little Raider PJs right now, chilling watching TV, bro.
That's fire.
Yeah, for sure. Let me ask you this, bro. I mean, what is it that made you fall in love with the silver and black? Was it like any specific moment or game that kind of like, that's it, bro?
It's kind of was, like I said, it started for me when I was young. I think it was honestly off of the football field, just kind of, spending time with my family and stuff like that. And everybody watching the games every Sunday, it being an event where every Sunday, you either wake up and, all right, it's time for Raider football. Everybody gather around the TV. Like, it was more off of the field rather than on the field that made me really fall in love with the Raiders. And then once I got older, and started understanding the game more, that's when, I started to really develop like the X's and O's and learning and everything, all that. So it's really started with, honestly, had nothing to do with the football field. So that's what it was for me, honestly.
Yeah. No, for sure. There you go. I know you have your pick, but obviously we're diehard Raider fans. I know you are. Who's your all-time favorite Raider?
Ooh, yeah. I don't think it's who.
I said this will be interesting. I want to hear what you say.
My favorite all-time Raider, the best Raider of all time, is Marcus Allen. He's my favorite Raider of all time.
Oh, okay.
Favorite
I thought you were about to say
player.
Derek Carr. I was about to say
Derek Carr. That's crazy. Derek Carr is crazy. No, Marcus Allen is my favorite player. I have a signed poster of Marcus Allen just right here. I'll bring it down one day. It's pretty big, but it's Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson is a signed poster from them. I have a Marcus Allen jersey, Marcus Allen pins. I have a Marcus Allen USC jersey. Like, Marcus Allen's my favorite player of all time.
Oh yeah, and he's the SC dude. So
yeah, exactly. Double, and he's from SoCal, so like even better. So
yeah. All right, I'll let Run I think you have your questions too, right?
Yeah. So, what's been the best and most challenging part of the content journey so far since you've
Ooh.
been in it?
That's a great question, actually. Um, to me, it's kind of just like overthinking everything. That's gonna be the most difficult. Uh, like I always want to put shit out, but it's kind of like, do I do this? Should I do this? Are people gonna like this? Should I not
Right.
do this? Should I not do that? So to me, it's kind of like overthinking everything. But honestly, like everybody has been so awesome. Like everybody that I've met, y'all, like, and everybody that's in this chat, like we know everybody. So it's kind of just like putting myself out there, and like
Right.
all the reception is always going to be good. So it's kind of, to me, it's just put your shit out there, really. The best thing is just the community. Like we've built some great relationships off here. I met a lot of people out in Bakersfield. I met you, Jay, out in Vegas once. We still got a link up run, but I know you stay close over here. That's on its way soon, of course. But I've met a lot of people, a lot of really great people that has helped me, and make me comfortable with putting my content out there, because it's not easy, as we all know, getting on camera,
Yeah.
starting your shit. Like it's intimidating for anybody, and so just the fact that everybody is so welcome and open and helpful, it's like, dude, it's the best. It's Raider Nation, you know what I mean? So it's awesome.
Facts. Yeah, we definitely gonna do that, because Jay coming out here soon, man. So we're gonna have to make something shake, man. We're gonna make something happen. But either way, and then kind of next question I have, bro, it kind of go off this, like, is there anything you would like to see in the content world as we continue to grow? You know what I mean? Continue to start something as far as a community, like anything you would like to see as far as just the content game as a whole, that you say, man, I kind of would like to continue to add to this, or maybe we should all try to get up and start this something.
To me, honestly, like I want to get all of us in a studio. Like I wanted all of us to get into like a recorded podcast kind of thing, like make it a little bit, obviously, like we're all in different areas, so it's going to be a little difficult, but I feel like just kind of getting that professional kind of look behind us would only make us look that much better. And even if it's just a couple times, like I'm super down with, of course. But to me, I've never had that experience. I don't know if y'all have, to get into a studio, but I just feel like that's kind of something different that makes you feel like, all right, this is really like a step in a more professional direction. So that's what, to me, is like a goal of mine, to get into a studio, to be honest.
That's the goal, bro. I mean, shit, I want to make this to a whole business for real. I ain't trying to be producing and doing this shit myself. You feel what I'm saying? I want to hire somebody. I want to hire somebody to fuck around and do this shit, bro. I do not want to keep doing this myself, bro. But
that's how I feel about editing. That's how I feel about editing,
bro. All of it, bro. All of it. I'm like, shit, I don't want to be posting these clips and shit, but it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do for right now.
Right.
Exactly. And we'll definitely go ahead and get into a studio. Probably the next time I'm out there. I just honestly, bro, it's just being out there and splitting time with family, and then going in the van and driving out there. It was a lot. We didn't have that much time, but I'm gonna try to plan something for the next visit out there in Cali for sure. Get all of us in there, and Leo and Severe. We'll do it, bro. We'll do it.
That's the thing, is like we're gonna have like fucking 10 cameras, because we're gonna invite everybody, huh?
We'll do it.
Everybody gonna be there, bro.
Hell yeah.
Everybody gonna be there.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't trip. I'm just asking. My man said, thinking AI, man. Am I real? You motherfuckers will never know.
I'm dead, bro.
You motherfuckers will never know. I'll take it.
Kills his face off, and that's it, bro.
Y'all would never know, bro. Y'all would never know. I genuinely feel like Raider YouTube channels put in more work than Raider staff. It can't happen like that. I mean, we everyday TV damn near, so it's like you probably gonna, you know what I mean, you'll get a little bit more. Now they got the production. Now the smart thing for the Raiders to do is just hire, you guys, you feel what I'm saying, and we make it right at that point.
Yeah, because we dedicated, we had nothing but love. We're always gonna put the best interest in the team forward. Like we're probably the best people that you can hire.
That's what I'm
Hands down,
saying, bro.
hands down.
Facts.
You're gonna get better content than you do on ESPN, for real.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, because
Just wait, bro. We
ESPN,
gonna continue, bro. We gonna continue.
yeah, for sure. But let me go ahead and kind of cap this thing off here. Let us know what you have going on right now. Do you have like any collabs, any content that we should be looking out for? Anything in the future that you want everybody to kind of keep a lookout for?
Yeah. So I mean, you kind of touched on it earlier. We obviously do our shows on Wednesdays. So everybody tap in on that. That's been going great. Of course, the Raider Connection every Wednesday, and then me and Jeff have a show on every Thursday. That's Raiders Coast to Coast. That's been going great as well. Throughout the week, I try to do some more gaming stuff, but I really where I really hit my stride is during the season. I do previews and then post game breakdowns, and then I try whenever I go out to a game, I always try to do interviews with Raider Nation. That's what I love, is going out to Raider Nation, meeting a whole bunch of brand new people, doing interviews, asking them about their Raider fandom. That's what I like to do. So if you're ever at a Raider game that I'm at, please go ahead and shout, like, come up to me, go get an interview. Like I love talking to people. So that's kind of my big thing, is talking to Raider Nation. That's what I really started this, was to meet Raider Nation, and it's been going great so far, and I love meeting new people. So
Yeah, for sure, bro. You know how we do. Yeah, and I don't know what happened with us in Bakersfield. Our mics fucking
oh my
went
god,
out, bro.
dude.
So,
I was
Hey, it
so
always happens.
upset.
It always
man.
happens like that, bro. It always happens, especially when you're anticipating to do something. It always happens like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
before we get out of here, bro, I do want to say, man, we got to take our time. Moment of silence, bro. We had a passing, of a dear Raider member, so I just want to take that time to go ahead and acknowledge that. You feel what I'm saying? And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, we just want to take the time to acknowledge the death of this ugly ass hat. Take the time to acknowledge that this hat is now dead and buried. Look at the stitching. Look at this, bro. I think I shared it on my Instagram story, dog. I think
nose and all.
you know some of the people, right? Like where it's like sometimes the chin and the neck like connect. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, that's that hat. The bill and the fucking base of it, bro, connect, and that shit does not separate. So at the end of the day, bro,
that's why the chin strap is unbuckled, because you can't even fucking buckle that shit up.
You feel what I'm saying? You can't buckle that shit. The face chunky, bro, like that. No.
The hat made it on to Good Morning Raiders of last night.
Take it off, bro. R.I.P. to the hat, bro. R.I.P. to the hat.
Man, that hat, man. Shout out to my guy Chris, protect the shield. He's like, man, as long as you don't wear that hat, bro.
He said the liquor store.
I'm dead, bro.
Oh, bro, that's legendary, bro. That's legendary, bro. We gonna remember that shit for a long time, bro.
Yeah,
he took the hat off.
He took his hat off and everything. That hat can stay on, bro. As long as you don't have this hat.
Yeah, bro. And then my man brought out another 40 from the back.
Yeah, he did. And I was like, ooh. Like, which hat was it? Chris had it. He did, bro.
I'm telling you,
he was just not feeling that hat, bro. For real. He's like, man.
There are certain jokes that were made in group chats that will not be repeated. But at the end of the day, bro, that hat was a topic of conversation.
He's like, what the fuck is going on that hat? It has a bloody nose. He's like, your grease falling off, man. Oh, man. You eat too much, Chris. Shout out to my guy, Luna.
Shout out to the guy, bro.
Finally coming to terms and accepting it's time to go.
Which is crazy. That wasn't even the first hat that we were talking about. That's not even the first one, because the first one definitely came with a dashiki in wooden beads. So that
I seen that one too.
Dashiki.
Yeah. So I know exactly. That wasn't even the first one we were talking about.
Oh my god, Jesus. Oh, I'm crying, bro. I'm crying. Yeah, that was funny. Little sports
Bro.
that Chris.
Oh
He
yeah,
was, bro. He was
Oh,
proud of
yeah.
his hat too. That's what made it so funny. He was proud of the man. This is my hat. Look at this. This is cool. And he
You gotta
hat.
understand, bro. 805 just be raking in the content, bro. That's why 805 sit like that. He just sit there silent, bro. He rake in all the content and monetization off of what
Bro's
Yeah.
clip farming for real.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
This is not the last that we're gonna see of the notorious hat, bro. We're gonna see
It
probably like
might make itself
a little clip. Yeah, it's gonna rear his ugly head in Instagram and YouTube on a short, and God knows countless other ones. But yeah, shout out to Luna. I know it was very hard, brother, but it's in a better place. For sure.
Oh shit! Somebody
That's my
outside with the
groceries,
vicious
bro.
dog, bro.
That's my groceries.
Oh, I'm about to say, hey, somebody getting vicious over there, man.
Yeah, it's my Rockwild.
My Rottweiler.
All right, y'all. But I think that's our cue to go ahead and
That's it,
get up
baby.
out
That's
of
it.
here. Again, appreciate everyone who pulled up with us on this Saturday morning. Make sure you guys tap in next Saturday as we have another guest lined up for you guys. A good guest, somebody that we'll be out in Bakersfield with. So he's going to be pulling up and chopping it up, talking some Raiders football for sure. It's going to be a good one. Hey, and again,
I'm dead, bro. I'm fucking dead.
Damn.
What up, Anthony Estrada? Oh my god.
Shit.
Dude.
Hey, shout out to everybody, bro. Salute. Y'all be safe this weekend, man. You already know what time it is, bro. You know, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe button, not only our channel, but our special guest channel. Spread that love as we always do, bro. And like Jay said, we're gonna see y'all next Saturday, man. And we're gonna see y'all during the week for our solo joints. And of course the Raider connection, like they do, and all the extra.
Yep. So till next time, Nation. Always remember.
Hey, is that Jesse?
Yeah, it's Jess.
No wonder he changed his goddamn name. I'm like, bro, who the hell is that?
Yeah, at first I didn't know who it was either, and I was like, "Oh yeah, cool, bro." Like I didn't know him, and then I was like, "Oh, it's fucking Jess, dog." Like,
yeah, bro, I thought they took my boy name. I'm like, bro, what the hell?
All right, Nation.
all right,
Peace
buddy.
out.
Appreciate you guys.
One. Appreciate you.
My God, Cheeto Linus. Appreciate you, God. Chris, protect the shield.
Good morning, brother. How you doing?
My God,
Hey, we up. What up, low? What is good? What is good? None other than our God.